Hey, welcome back to another episode of Open Shutter. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching on YouTube or listening on Spotify or Google Podcast, thanks for tuning in. Tonight we have the legend himself, Mike Dancy. I'm still not sure why he agreed to this because Mike's kind of a big deal. So the fact that he said yes to be on my channel, I was like, hey, I guess I'm doing something right. But yeah, it's going to be a great conversation. Mike is big on YouTube, TikTok, everywhere that you can show a video, he's pretty big in. So be a good conversation about how he got into the video making business and his experience so far with being successful, because I hope to be there one day.
Are you implying that I'm fat?
No, not at all. Not at all.
I'm just messing.
Yeah, Mike, I don't want to take up too much of your time, so thanks for taking the time. Maybe for the people that don't know who you are, maybe a quick intro about yourself.
Sure. My name is Mike. I've been making videos for on YouTube probably about 13 years.
13 years.
Yeah, I think I just passed and approaching 11 million views on one channel, and I don't know how much on the other.
Yeah,
and
maybe you want to pitch when you drop your channel handles for people, maybe they can check you out. One is
the one is called Reviews by Mike, and
Yeah.
I do a lot of unboxing and review things. Like these companies send me flashlights and stuff all the time, so I'll do like everyday carry items, or I'll do computer reviews. But I'll also just kind of go off on tangents and talk about cars and jobs and everything else. It's kind of fun. And then I have a second channel called Graybeard Eats because I like to eat. And I'll do like just little mini restaurant reviews on that channel. Then I have TikTok, which is Recycle Mikey. And I think I have 120 something thousand followers on there. And same thing. I just talk about tech. And then I have a Graybeard Eats on TikTok, which no one watches for some odd reason. But no, that's fine. Yeah, no big deal. And I like making videos on Facebook too. So
you're a video making machine, man.
Well, here's the thing, like people are creative. They like being creative. And before video came out, like I'm much older than most people. I could never afford a video camera. I didn't know how to do editing with film. So I was a writer. I've written for magazines and newspapers all over the world, from Korea to Alaska to all over the place. Okay. And that's just how I vented my creative juices, so to speak. So now I can make videos, and it's so much easier. Oh my God.
The writing?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because you're not, the problem with the writing is you have to sit down there and force yourself to do it, and you have to kind of think about it and just go. Whereas a video, I mean, you just grab your camera and like I was telling you earlier, I just shot like I shot like a 30-second video today or yesterday or something, and before you know it's got like 20,000 views, and
it's crazy.
No effort.
No effort.
Right.
Well, no plan. Effort, but no plan.
Yeah, no plan. And the best part is when you use your phone and use an app like CapCut.
CapCut's great.
Yeah, I could sit there and I could shoot the video while I'm walking the dog, and I can edit the video while I'm walking the dog. And literally, I can have it uploaded and posted by the time my whole 45-minute dog walk is done.
It's crazy. Technology. It's come a long way over 13 years.
Yeah, you don't really need to have like an editing computer anymore. Like I have my MacBook Air sitting here, and then I have my phone. And I do most of my editing on my phone.
Yeah, of course. So, how did you shoot your first videos when you started 13 years ago? What did you use?
I had this little HP 360 pixel camera that recorded onto a compact flash card.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then I had to use Windows Movie Maker.
Okay.
I think everyone started with Windows Movie Maker.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I didn't even understand how to splice the start of the video and the end of the video. I just take the whole video and boop, there it goes. But then when I learned how to slice and dice, then that opened up a new world. And then I eventually got a Mac and I played with iMovie.
Yeah.
And then one day I dropped the big bucks on Final Cut Pro. It's like $399 or something.
Yeah.
And my MacBook, I think I dropped money on my MacBook Pro at the time.
Yeah.
And it's just been, it's a hobby, and I've been doing it ever since.
Yeah, but it's a pretty successful hobby, though. I mean, to have that kind of following. Like, did you ever think that you'd have this kind of following when you first started? Like, it's pretty.
No, well, no, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to hit 100,000 on YouTube in the next 2 or 3 years, maybe sooner, hopefully.
Do you get a plaque for that?
100,000, you get your play button.
Get your play button, yeah.
Yeah. Though YouTube did send me this bag there.
Let's see it. Let's see it. Yeah.
Don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but
Were there shorts inside there? Like actual shorts?
no. But I should make shorts out of it.
They should have put shorts in.
See, they should have sent cargo
Like
shorts.
smart.
I tell you. I don't know. It's really cheap bag, and it's not the kind of thing I would ever use. But it was a nice little gift, just to kind of you open the door, and it's like, oh, there's this box from YouTube, and it was just nice to get it. TikTok doesn't send you that kind of stuff, and Facebook doesn't send it. But
it's a bag full of cash, Mike.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Bag full of cash, saying thanks for helping us along. Yeah, it's funny because I was listening to a podcast with like Mr. Beast, and they asked him, "Have you ever been to YouTube headquarters?" He goes, "No." He goes, "Why do I have to be at YouTube headquarters?" He's like, "I've never been there. Never met anyone there."
Wow, really?
Yeah, that's what he said. I don't need to know anyone there. I do my own thing. I'm like, man, you basically carry YouTube. Yeah. I find that fascinating because it just shows you, like, you don't really need permission to do it. You just kind of do it. You don't need to ask anyone, "Can I make this video?" You just kind of make the video. You know what I mean? So
it's this free platform, and anyone can do anything they want with it. And sure, it's nice to make money from AdSense, or nice to get brand deals. But if you have any kind of business or just any kind of thought process, really, you can say, you know what, I'm going to promote myself, and you just have to shamelessly plug yourself. Really, that's what it comes down
no one's going to do it for you.
Yeah.
No one's going to promote your stuff for you. Like, you have to be the marketer. You have to be the advertiser.
Yeah. Like the first time I met Brian, my wife and I were out, we were just kind of watching the TikTok.
Yeah, that's right, Roy. You know it.
Yeah, but I met Brian, and we were my wife and I were out enjoying like the rose petals come out in the spring,
Yeah.
And I saw him out there flying this drone.
Yeah.
And I just walked up to him, and I'm like, "Oh, you making a video, or what are you doing?" And we just got talking about it. He's like, "Yeah, I got a YouTube channel." And he handed me his card.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, I got a YouTube channel." I think at the time I might have had 2,000 or 3,000 subs.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, I like meeting other YouTubers. And that was the point when I'm like, oh, there's other people out there doing this too, because it's it's a solitaire.
What do you want?
Yeah. That's how I met all you guys. That's how I met you and Andre and everyone else. And
yeah, it's interesting, right?
Oh yeah. Then we met after we met Cody and stuff too. Like you don't realize how many people are making videos.
It's a lot.
Because they're not out there. There's not a lot of meetups. I would love to do a giant meetup at like the Metro Toronto Convention Center for YouTube, for example, like just all the creatives in Toronto in the area.
Like an actual conference?
Yeah, wouldn't that be great?
Oh my God.
Like
you get everyone over there too?
Well, you get companies like Canada sponsor it, or you get, just gear companies.
Yeah, honestly, like there's so many like people on YouTube, on TikTok, whatever in Toronto that you get a lot of people.
Or as a whole creative market. And I just, I think there's an opportunity for everyone that has any kind of creative spark just to go out there and meet each other. Like you're not in this by yourself. There's a whole bunch of people that do this.
Yeah, that's kind of how you learn too. And just like meeting other people and getting support and being in like the right environment. Similar to like being like photography or any other kind of art form. Like you need to surround yourself with the right people. Otherwise, it could get pretty lonely sometimes, right? They're just making videos, editing, uploading, moving on. That's the fun part. Is that's why like this year I like collabing a lot, right? Because you just gotta like you gotta do different things. You gotta like just try different stuff. You don't have to do the same thing every single time.
Well, they have writers' retreats, right? So you get all these writers that pay money to go on these retreats and hang out with other writers, and you do projects and you're given tasks like to write a short story together or something, like collabs. And I can't see why video people can't do it. In fact, I had this idea a while ago. I had this podcast called The Odd Pod where I was interviewing podcasters. And I thought, wouldn't it be great if everyone could just take like a 10-second clip, a promotion clip, and share it with other podcasters so that you could put their ad inside your podcast promoting their podcast. And then I tried that with YouTube as well, where I'd find other YouTubers and, the last 20 seconds of the video when you're using like your their clip in your subscribe to button, I would just use their clips, for example. Yeah, it was good. And, I think a creative retreat, I don't think you would need an admission fee. I think, like I said, it'd be covered by the companies, you can get sponsors. You can get Canon sponsoring it. You would get YouTube sponsoring it. You'd get, job companies out there who are looking for editors.
Okay, that's a good idea. I mean, I don't think it's ever been done before.
Well, ideas I have lots of. I just don't make them happen.
No. Yeah, I mean, I always say like we don't need Cody to do a meetup. You just do a meetup and meet. You don't really need Cody, right? So I'm not sure why. I mean, obviously COVID, but just gotta put it out there, right?
Yeah, I'll put it out there. I mean, do the next the Get Out shoot. Maybe do it again at the market at Gurham Awards.
Distillery.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right around the holidays. I mean, I think that'd be a great time to shoot some videos.
Yeah, the lights and stuff. Yeah. Santa Claus.
Yep.
That's actually YouTube. Oh, that's emergency. That's an Amber Alert.
Yeah.
That is breaking news on Open Shutter.
Yeah, that's too bad when you're like missing a missing kid.
Breaking news. Should we copy and paste and put it in the chat? The Amber Alert.
Well, I think it might be over by the time it gets up there.
Mm-hmm.
So I just sat there and, living in Brampton is one thing as well, too, because there's always something going on. It's not like Toronto. Like Toronto's always got something going on.
Oh, yeah.
Brampton, whenever something goes on, it's always bad. Like, so there's this fire truck across the street, and all of a sudden there's like 4 fire trucks across the street and all these lights going on. So going back to my videos, so like that's where I really made a lot of views from bad drivers.
Yeah, like car accidents and things.
Yeah. And now I regret it because I made Brampton look like such a shit show. And I feel really bad because I live here. My kids live here. And you're trying to make the kids enjoy where they're growing up. And here I am posting all these videos of bad drivers. And I won't do that again.
You're not doing it anymore?
No, I don't want to Brampton already has a bad enough rap. And I don't want to add to it. So
maybe you should just change your focus and put on good drivers. People 10 and 2 going the speed limit.
Yeah, those are harder to find.
I know. Yeah. I don't know.
I'm tempted to sometimes just drive around and follow driving instructors and just every time they make a mistake, just have like a loud honking noise in the video.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'd rather go out and do like positive reviews of local businesses, for example.
Right.
I think
small business. Small business.
Because that's where like small businesses can really benefit from having creators go out there and do the advertising and promotions for them.
Yeah, need to. They gotta be everywhere, or else where else are you gonna be, right? You gotta make the TikToks, you gotta make the Instagram reels and stuff.
Well, the businesses that do it really well.
Yeah.
And even the businesses that do it bad, I mean, at least they're making the effort and they're still getting some kind of traction.
Yeah.
Like, do you follow a lot of people on TikTok?
I'm actually not on TikTok a whole lot. So I couldn't tell you. I mean, when I did a collab with Zaid last month, I met someone on TikTok. She was fairly big, I think. She was like a singer or something. So okay. It was like a TikTok versus, because I was doing a YouTube thing with Zaid. It was like a TikTok versus YouTube, like Mortal Kombat fight almost. Like it was like, oh, it's like the battle of the social platforms.
Yeah, well, TikTok, it doesn't matter if you have 100,000 followers or 10 followers. You're still going to get like the same amount of views in the video.
Yeah.
The way that they send it out. Whereas with YouTube, if you have same thing. You don't have to look at it as an algorithm. You have to look at it as your audience.
Right.
But I'm just saying, anyone that's on TikTok that's using it to promote themselves, they can generate a whole new business on there. I mean, there's one guy I follow on TikTok. He lives out in London or Cambridge or something.
Yeah.
Big Leafs fan. And every time the Leafs scores, like he'll go live on every Leaf game. And whenever they score, he does this funny little dance. And now he's getting companies who are like sending him to all these hockey games in Florida or Seattle, all over the place. And he just has to make a video about their business when he gets there. But they're putting them up in the hotel. They're covering the flights.
Okay. Yeah, he's getting comped.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's just living his best life. And he makes enough from the gifts on TikTok.
Yeah.
That he was able to afford a trip to Mexico, Makes a couple grand a month from it.
Really? This is off TikTok?
Yeah.
This is US or Canadian dollars?
Canadian. Yeah, he just goes live and, you get people sending the roses and the gifts and the hats and stuff. And each rose is like a penny, but once you start getting the bigger gifts, they're like $3 or $4 and they just steamroll in.
Really?
Yeah, that's it's a
Yeah,
learning.
I find it hard to think of TikTok ideas. That's why, like, I like your approach of like just film something. But I always think it has to like something has to be like it has to have a purpose for me. Like I don't know, like I'm weird that way.
Dude, just stop thinking and just do.
Yeah, I just stopped thinking about it. Like it's harder for me to do a 1 minute video. Like I find it easier to do a 15-minute video than a 1 minute video. It's easier for me to do a 15-minute video. It's weird.
See, I promise that. And my well, it's funny. I used to make a lot of long videos, like 10 to 12 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But then when you start doing shorts and TikTok, you really start tightening up the whole story.
Yeah.
And I noticed that with Casey Neistat when he made his return, like he took a couple years off or a year off or whatever.
Yeah.
But now, if you notice, his videos have gone from like 12 to 14 minutes in length down to like 6.
Yeah, I went down. Yeah.
So he's crammed that entire story into a smaller timeline.
Yeah.
So it still has all those great shots. It's just instead of being 20 seconds long, they're like 4 seconds long. So I think once you start doing that, you got to realize that that's just the way the audience is going. They're losing their patience with long, drawn out shots. I think that's why TV is going to die too. I mean, unless you're going to binge a series, I don't think anyone's going to sit there and watch an hour-long drama with commercials.
Yeah, I haven't done that in such a long time.
No, I mean, as soon as a commercial comes on, my wife and I flip over to TikTok or something anyway.
Yeah, it's interesting like where the audience is going. I mean, I guess if you're starting a channel or whatever, I guess you should just focus on that. Don't even focus on the longer stuff. If you're just starting out, just dive right into shorts.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And if not, just if you're gonna make content, shorts are so easy.
Yeah.
And like I said, with CapCut, the app, you just got to.
It's great. I use it every day.
Yeah, you can just sit there and edit it on your couch.
I know, it's fantastic.
And the file compression. No, that's so much easier. Yeah. Like as I sit here and talk to you, like behind my computer, there's 15 gigs or 15 terabytes of hard drives.
Yeah.
Just sitting around there.
Just video stuff?
Yeah, like B-roll and videos you've worked on and like the actual files.
Yeah.
And I don't even touch them anymore because everything's on my phone.
On the phone, yeah.
It's those hard drives are sitting there. They're not even spinning up anymore because I never use them.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it is.
Those were the days, weren't they? Hard drives and floppy disks.
Well, I enjoy talking about that stuff. Some of the people I follow, like I follow a lot of nerds, right?
Sure.
And you just got to find your niche. And a lot of my niche is computer guys.
It's a good niche though. Like it's if you're gonna go into like the YouTube world or computers is pretty good.
Yeah, well, the CPM's kind of low on it, right? But
is it?
Like I said, well, like $3 to $4. But if you're not doing it for the money, then who cares?
Yeah, I keep saying you gotta do it for yourself first, because otherwise it's a grind. I guess like it's a grind. If you're not having fun doing it, then you're not gonna do it over a long period of time.
Yeah, well, how long does it take you to make a 15-minute vlog?
Just the editing part?
Yeah, well, okay, first the filming and then the editing.
I don't know, probably like say 2 hours for shooting, probably like another 3 hours for editing from start to finish. So say like 5 hours.
Yeah, it's a lot of time.
It's a lot of time, but I like doing it.
Yeah, well, like I said, like if I'm walking the dog and it's a 45-minute dog walk, sometimes I'll shoot a video in the morning, like if I'm walking the dog. So I might have an idea in my head and I'll record it 3 or 4 times until it really comes together and it's complete and I'm not tripping and stumbling all over my words if I'm trying to talk.
Right.
So you're kind of writing the script inside your head, then you're just repeating it until it comes out smooth. Yeah. And then in the afternoon dog walk, I'll sit there and I'll edit it as I'm walking the dog, like using the phone. Yeah. And before you know it,
it's critical.
Pardon me?
The dog walk is critical because you get the fresh air, you get the exercise.
Well, who wants to record something inside your house? It's kind of boring, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Like I said, when you're outside, there's, flashing lights and cop cars and fire trucks or just something that's happening. And you find yourself in this position where you can record it.
Yeah.
Inside your house, I mean, unless you really planned it out or you have a nice little studio inside your house, then you're okay. But I do not have a studio. This is my.
Yeah, I don't like doing stuff inside my house. I like being outside and doing stuff. It's more fun.
Yeah. Well, even the unboxings, like I have this little table here, this desk, and I'll do unboxings there, but only because it's a controlled situation with the lights coming down.
Yeah, of course, for unboxing, sure.
But if you want to do a talking head video, maybe, but yeah, you want to kind of take people with you for the trip.
Yeah.
Just get them outside and get them invested in you and what you're going to do.
Yeah. That's good. I think having like the human element's important, just showing like different sides of you, like you're walking a dog, oh, this is my favorite restaurant, this is my favorite coffee shop. I don't know. People, I think, kind of like connect to that because it's real, you know?
Yeah, well, they want to be your buddy when you go do these things. That's why I like your vlogs too, because you go and you'll talk to interesting people.
Yeah.
And you'll just kind of open the door to the viewer saying, oh, this is so and so, and this is what they do. And that's the part I like. Like, oh, that guy should have his own show.
Yeah.
And then you introduce them to making videos. Like, have you been watching Pete? Oh God, what's Pete's last name?
McKinnon?
Yeah. Have you been watching him lately as he restores these old pickup trucks?
Yeah. Or the Ford or whatever it is. Yeah.
And the guy he does it with, that Howard Monteith.
Yeah, that guy's funny.
Yeah, so Howard started his own YouTube channel now.
Of course he did.
Yeah. But he's only got like 100 subs, 150 subs or something.
He's trying to bank off McKinnon though, too, right?
It has nothing to do with the money, I don't think. I think he's just doing it because he enjoys the community engagement. So he'll make a video. He's got like 100 subs, and the video will get like 100 views, but there'll be like 100 comments. So everyone that watches that video,
coming from Peter's side, right?
Yeah, but now that once you get to know this guy and you realize he's got a big personality, you engage with him and you're commenting and you're liking his video, and that's just going to boost his presence.
What's his name? Howard Beck?
Howard Monteith.
Oh, how do you spell his last name?
Monteith or something. God, why would you have to say that to me? Now I have to go look it up.
Oh yeah, I found him. So I wonder if he does. Oh, I wonder if he does his own editing. Who does his editing?
He does not edit. And
it's all just like raw footage.
Yeah. He takes it straight from his phone and loads it up, and he bitches about it every time.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he just complains
about it. Peter in a thumbnail. That's hilarious. Oh, I would probably do the same thing if I was him.
Yeah, he's just a funny guy. So that's one example, for example. Then I follow this other guy on YouTube, Hoovie's Garage. Okay. You hear of Hoovie's Garage?
No.
Okay, he's got over 1 million subs, and
Canadian?
Nope, he's down in Wichita in Kansas. And he bitches all the time. He says all the time that he's got the worst YouTube channel out there.
Yeah.
1 million subs, and he reviews cars. Like, he collects cars. And he started out kind of small, right? And he bought his first car, and he talked about, now he's got like this garage full of like 50 cars.
Okay.
But his mechanic, who he calls the car wizard, he goes and he gets the car wizard to check out these videos, and the car wizard just tears him apart, saying, I can't believe you paid more than $5,000 for this piece of crap, blah, 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 blah. And then the car wizard started his own channel.
Right.
And now he's got almost 1 million subs.
Nice.
And, he just talks about cars. He's like, oh, if you're going to take apart this Honda, this is what you have to look out for. And let's see how-to videos.
Well, it also helps when you know what you're talking about too, obviously. So,
well, yeah. Well, exactly.
You can't make stuff up, especially in that kind of world.
If you have a skill set, it's really the opportunity to showcase that and get the people they're interested in. That's why I say, if you have a business and you're looking to improve your business, especially if it's a home business, like say you crochet poppies, for example, for Remembrance Day.
Yep.
Just going live and crocheting the poppy and showing people what you do and engaging with them as you make it. And then putting those onto a Shopify account, for example, or saying that people can buy them.
Yeah.
That's really going to build up that one-on-one connection with your buyers,
right,
with your viewers, and they're going to hopefully spend money and engage with you and watch you. And, the lives make a huge difference. I am horrible at going live.
Are you? We're live right now, by the way.
I realize that. But my problem is that usually I get drunk.
Yeah? Are you drunk right now?
No, I'm on like half a beer.
Fine. We do not condone drugs or alcohol on this show, but anyway. That's
fine. Well, that's a shame because there's a bottle of rye right behind me.
Is there? Yeah, I see it. It looks good.
Yeah, I could crack that open too.
Yeah.
But my problem is I go live and I just say stupid things because I don't really have a skill set.
You don't have a skill set?
Not really. I mean, I sell shit. That's what I do. That's not really a skill.
Well, that's taking, yeah, I think like your example of like crocheting like a poppy, I think you're just using like you're just taking that like skill and just like maximize it to its full potential where you're like showing people what you're doing, you're putting on Shopify. Like not everyone has that kind of like train of thought where, oh, maybe I can make money off this. They just kind of like something I do on a Saturday or something.
True. Actually, another guy I talk to all the time, and that's one thing I like. If I had to pick between YouTube and TikTok, it'd be a
Yeah.
really difficult choice. I really enjoy TikTok
Yeah.
for the community, but the problem with the community is it's a small community.
Yeah.
Whereas YouTube, you need a community if you want to grow big. I
Yeah.
think it goes both ways, I guess. But
Yeah.
on TikTok, I follow this one guy. His name's Sebastian, and he would go live every day at the same time, and it would just be him painting little figurines as a way of relaxing. So he'd have his
Really?
phone there, and he's like little tiny figurines that are the size of like a
Yeah.
3 inches high,
Yeah.
and he would just talk while he's doing it. And that was just really relaxing because he didn't have to say anything. You could just sit there and watch this guy paint figurines.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How long does it go live for?
He would go live usually for about an hour.
Wow.
And then at the same time, he'd have like a deck of trivia cards there, and he'd ask trivia questions, and people would like try and answer and stuff. But before you know it, he went from like 1,000 subs or 1,000 followers up to like 100,000 followers.
Yeah.
And then he started selling the little figurines. Right.
There you go. See?
Yeah.
Just connecting the dots, right?
It just steamrolled for him.
You're connecting the dots.
So I'm just saying, and God, and there's this woman that makes, she'd make like custom glass things, for example, and she gets these huge crowds watching her while she does it. And
yeah,
same thing. Just people like just to watch other people do mundane.
Seems that way. Kind of like voyeurs in a way. Whoa.
Yeah, well, did you ever watch those guys that go to work at Amazon and they're just like picking stuff all the time? Like they're just picking their stuff and putting it in the boxes, and they go live while they're doing this.
Yeah.
And they get, 15,000 people watching them while they work.
So weird, man. That's so weird, though.
Yeah, well, I think there was a perfect storm of the COVID when everyone's working from home.
Yeah, I guess.
And they didn't have any coworkers beside them.
Yeah, do whatever you want.
And they just want to have like that social interaction of someone talking in the background and making noise.
Yeah.
There's videos of people just typing on a keyboard that would get stupid amount of views because people miss that sound of the office.
Really? I don't. I don't know. Like the water cooler going off.
Mm-hmm.
The microwave humming.
I've worked from home for like almost 20 years.
Yeah.
So I've never missed that noise.
Yeah.
Going to an office is like pulling teeth. People want me to go meet them at their office. I'm like, no, thank you.
No, thank you.
Oh, not a chance.
Sorry, I have office ascites. I can't enter your office.
Yeah. Peopleophobia. That's what it really is.
Yeah. No, I know. It's not for everyone.
No, I couldn't do it. I like working here in my office or like my little basement here and just drinking and ignoring people.
Yeah, sorry, Mike's not home right now. He'll be home later. Isn't this Mike? Yeah.
That's why you got to get your kids to answer the phone for you.
Yeah, there you go. You got it all planned out.
Yeah, you don't have kids though, do you?
I don't know.
See, you should be maxing out your creative effort right now.
I'm doing everything I can.
Yeah, you have nothing holding you back. I mean,
I have nothing. I have no excuses, Mike. I have zero excuses.
Yeah, so there's no reason you can't make a video a day.
Yeah, let's not get crazy. Let's not get crazy.
I think you could do it. Have you tried vlogging every day for like a week or a month or
no?
Never?
Nah. No, because honestly, like, what am I going to talk about?
Well, that's the challenge of it all, isn't it?
Yeah, like I'm not like you, where I just go walk my dog and film someone getting robbed.
Yeah, well, that's kind of a fluke too. But I mean, like I said, I tried doing a daily vlog every day. I think I did it for 60 days.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
And that was just those are just shorts. So like on TikTok, so less than a minute. And I found that to be a challenge. I'm like, holy crap, if I can try and pull a minute out of my day every day.
Yeah. My thing is that I don't want it to make it a job. Like I don't want to feel like I have to do it. I want to do it because I want to do it, it's a huge difference for me because when it starts to become a job, then it's not going to become fun. It's just like, gotta do it, gotta do it.
Yeah, but when it's a personal challenge, it's
My
enjoyable.
my personal challenge is just whenever I have an idea, like I always try to like execute on the idea, and that's my challenge. It's like we'll try to make it now. I have these ideas. Let's go out and make something. Um, because not everyone executes on the idea. They have the idea, but they don't actually do it.
Oh, that's my problem. I'll get like 15 ideas a day.
Yeah, but you're gonna be doing something though. It's not like you're gonna be not doing something. You're gonna be executing on one idea.
Oh, for sure.
But to me, it's like, I have the idea, now go do it. So, and however the video comes out. But to me, it's like very much similar to you. It's like a discipline, right? Like you just have to just have the discipline of just making the thing, which is so hard sometimes.
Yeah, well, that and the discipline of doing it. You need the idea, you need the motivation, and then you need the expertise to be able to edit it and put it all together.
Yeah.
And that's why collabs are fun though too, because when you're bouncing ideas off someone, that's really going to make a huge difference too. So that's why I think we should try and aim for a collab at the distillery district.
Okay, I'll post it.
Yeah, you want to do it before Christmas or after Christmas?
I don't know. Do it before maybe.
Yeah, I have to wait. Well, I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we do like a YouTube challenge. Make some shorts out of it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You get people to help you make content. And that's the other thing too, is it's really nice when you got someone else holding the camera for you.
It's true, eh?
Like I love
like that luxury.
I'm a big fan of like mini tripods. I probably have like 10.
Yeah. What do you got? What do you got laying around?
Well, I got my
Joby.
Yeah, I have a Joby, but I broke like 3 of them.
Yep.
I have the same one that Brian has, that Monfrado.
Yep.
And then I have this other little teeny, like sometimes I get them at thrift shops. Like this guy was like $2 at a thrift shop.
Yeah.
As like just a little teeny tiny one. Because half the time I end up putting my phone up against like a tree or something.
Yeah.
To make the shot. Or I'll use something like this, which is like just a phone holder.
Nice.
Well, that's why it's nice to have someone else with you.
100%.
Yeah, you can say, "Oh, help me do this shot," because otherwise you'll spend 15 minutes just trying to set up the camera to record yourself doing something. Where
and then you gotta come back at the camera. It's a process.
Oh, it's a pain in the ass.
You forget the camera and keep walking.
Oh God, especially when you're walking the dog, because she just drags me along.
I know, right? No, but it's just it's so easy not to do it, right? So the fact that you've made 1 billion videos, I mean, it's impressive.
Yeah, well, I really enjoy it, and it's funny. I don't even think about the views when I do it. It's just like I get this idea, I want to create it, and I just make it happen.
That's like the formula for success, though, is because you're doing it for you first, and then you had the viral thing over the holidays, like no plan, just post it. It's like whoop.
And well, it's funny, like I mentioned, I ran for city regional councilor here in Brampton.
Yeah,
and I had no signs, I had no budget, so I thought, okay, I'm going to use social media, and I'm going to try making videos. So I was trying to make a video every day or every second day, like just a 30-second one saying, hey, listen, I'm at the park and there's not a lot of water fountains here and it's really annoying me. So I'd make a video about that. Or I'm like, we can go skiing here in the winter. And just make a quick little video like that. And some of them really popped off. Like some of them were getting like 100,000 views and 50,000 views. And that really helped me get a lot of, like I didn't win, but I came in third and I beat out like 4 other guys who had signs and a bigger budget. And I figured the way I looked at it is I had a $200 budget. I got 2,000 votes. That's like 10 votes for every dollar. And one guy, the guy I was competing against with, his budget was like $70,000.
Yeah.
And I think he got 7,000 votes. Pardon me?
Isn't that funny how that works?
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying it's going by dollar per vote. I killed these people.
Yeah.
Or vote per dollar, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's a tool. And if you're just not afraid to use it, then get it there and use it. Just make it happen.
Exactly. Like I said earlier, you don't need permission. You just kind of do it. You don't need to have a budget. You just post something.
Mm-hmm.
The future, right? Like it's the future. Like it's.
I just hope I don't embarrass my kids.
Yeah. So how was the experience of running for counselor? Like overall, was it pleasant? Like did you learn a
It
lot?
was really eye-opening. I mean,
Yeah.
you get to hear a lot of people complain about the community and what they don't like, but then you really get into the community as well too, and you're like, you know what? It's got some good things. Like I was a little jaded on the city prior, but then after you really get involved in the community, you realize there's all these things happening that
Mm-hmm.
you'll never see.
Mm-hmm.
So that also kind of made me think a little bit differently about the videos in the future. Is like, because now I'd like to go out and I'd like to find the people that are doing really interesting things in the city
Yeah.
and make videos about them.
Mm-hmm.
And just say, you know what, this person's not getting the recognition they deserve. They've been working at the food bank for 12 years.
Yeah.
They're doing all these cool things. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that by making a video, I can really help them get noticed and maybe draw attention to what they're working on.
Yeah.
You know, like we went to a play on the weekend and this guy was like, he sings in a choir and he decided he was going to, well, he's directed like 20 plays. But with a bit of effort, we really were able to double like the amount of people that would go see a show.
Nice.
By just kind of showing him how to self-promote himself and make it happen.
Nice. It's good. It's cool.
Yeah, and I think we could do that more with like local people.
You're
like
using social media in a positive manner.
Yeah, well, that's where I really had to pivot. Like I said before, I was doing all these negative videos about the city.
Yeah. You're not doing car accidents now. You're trying to help people.
Right, and now I'd rather shine a light on the cool things happening in the area.
Yeah.
That's the plan anyway. I don't know if it's going to happen. It's going to take a bit of work, but
are you just going to research through like social? Like you're just going to research people through social media? Like how are you going to find these people?
I'm just going to go out just like I did when I was campaigning.
Knock
I'm just
on
going
doors?
to not so much knock on doors, but I'm going to go and try and do everything that I can. So like when I know there's a new business in town, I'm just going to walk into that business and I'm going to say, hey, who owns this place? What's happening? What do you want to do with it? Let's make it happen for you. You know, let's shine a light on you.
Interesting.
You know? Yeah, hopefully it'll work. You know, some people are going to be shy but if you're trying to start a business or any kind of side hustle and you're shy, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, if you're afraid to boast about what you've done or what you can do, you know, you're not going to make it. You got to get out there and say, you know what, I'm going to try this. I'm going to be good at it and it's going to succeed. And, you know, but all your wood behind that arrow.
Yeah. It's true though.
Yeah. Well, that's the plan.
Interesting project.
Yeah. Well, you know, like I said, I had so many projects planned and not all of them take off, but I think I can make this one work.
I think so. Do you have like a goal for like a number that you want to hit by a certain time frame?
Yeah, it's not about financial. It's not it's
not financial. Number of projects, like number of projects, people that you want to help out.
I don't know, maybe one a month. I think is reasonable.
Yeah, it's reasonable.
Like you were doing it. Were you doing the Oakville Spotlight? You still doing that?
I've done 30.
30.
Yeah.
Wow, that's quite a bit.
Yeah.
Do you live in Oakville or you live in Toronto?
I'm in Oakville.
Okay, well then, yeah. Are you going to do more?
Trying, just scheduling thing because of my new job. So I'm talking to people, just a matter of getting them on the weekend.
Yeah, well, you know, you got your fingers in a lot of pies.
Yeah, I'm trying to like kind of like what you're doing, like get different like parts of the area on instead of just coffee shops. Like I'm trying to get like kind of like the what you would call it. What's the place called? Like the Kerr Street Mission. I'm trying to get them on board. I think they'd be cool to feature because you know, people have this perception of Oakville being rich, which some parts are, but some parts aren't. So it'd be cool to get them on to say, hey, you know, there's also people in need in Oakville too, right? So I'm trying to get them on, a few other different branches, and just showcase different parts. But it's a scheduling thing.
Yeah, well, you can start with the food bank. I mean,
yeah,
they probably have a lot of interesting people.
Oh yeah.
And you know, the election is just over there, so you could probably get some of you could probably find some of the new councilors that just got elected.
Yeah.
And do like quickies with them and just say, so what are your plans?
Right.
Where do you want to go with this?
I didn't think of that.
how long have you been in the city, and what made you want to run,
Yeah.
and just kind of like little profiles of them.
Yeah.
Because then it would be interesting to come back to them in 4 years.
Yeah.
See what kind of changes they've made in the
Yeah.
community.
Hold their feet to the fire.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even think about that, to be honest, but that's a good idea.
Yeah, I might do it myself. Like I said, now that I met a few of the counselors, people that got elected, I'm going to talk to them. Actually, I was texting one here before I got on with you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try and meet up with these guys more often. And you just got to make sure that they're not afraid to go on camera to talk.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them now, they're going to be like, holy shit, you got all these people watching you and everything you're going to do. And you don't want to promise anything that you can't follow through on, or that maybe you don't have the jurisdiction to make happen.
Yeah. Well, they can always ask to see the final edit before it goes live, I guess.
Yeah, that's true too.
Like, hey, cut that piece out before.
I'm picking my nose. Why'd you put that in there?
Yeah. I know some people aren't comfortable, but my response is it's not live television. You can just redo it. Yeah,
well, it's funny. I met a few friends the election prior to this.
Yeah.
So I thought, you know what? I don't hear a lot of these people going, like, because they have debates that you can go on to, like the Brampton Board of Trade and such. Some of these guys didn't go on debate. So I just reached out to them and said, hey, I have a YouTube channel. I'd like to interview you for my own interest.
Yeah.
So I did that. I made some videos just interviewing these guys. And that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I met one of my closest friends in Brampton doing that. His name is Wesley, and he ran for mayor. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'd highly suggest it. They're just getting more actively involved in the community itself that you're in, because they're the ones that are going to also push you to do more and give you ideas. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, there's a lot of power behind that kind of content too, because you're showing what's going on where you live. Like, this is what's happening, guys, if you care.
Well, look at Casey in New York City. I mean, that's his playground, and he gets his creativity from the city.
Yeah.
And you just got to take your surroundings and what you have there, and
make something.
Make the best of it.
Yeah. Are you gonna run again?
Well, this was a practice run because we have a cottage up in Wasaga, and what happened was a guy I do not like was running for mayor.
Yeah.
And my thought process was, well, if he gets elected, I'm definitely running for mayor next time, because I just do not like him.
Really?
Luckily, though, he lost. And like I said, this was kind of a practice run just to see what it would take. I did not expect to win at all.
Yeah.
But I was really happy with how I positioned myself in the election.
Yeah.
But I still might run for mayor of Wasaga after this.
The future mayor of Wasaga.
Well, it's my hometown. Yeah. And when you choose your handle, right? Like when how YouTube sent out the thing saying, "Oh no, choose your handle." Yeah. What did you choose for your handle name?
My name.
Yeah, your name. Give me a vowel, because you got 20 of them.
Yeah, my name.
I chose my name as well for the one channel. Then the second channel, I chose Wasaga, like at Wasaga. Wasaga Beach was already taken. I was really hoping to get at Mike. I thought if I could get Mike.
At Mike.
Awesome. Just Mike as a handle, that would have been fantastic. But I wasn't able to get that. So I got at Wasaga.
That's funny.
So I figure in 4 years, I'm probably going to move to Wasaga anyway, because then my kids will be done high school and they'll be starting college, and I can go anywhere I want, right? So, I think I'll do the same thing with Wasaga, and I'll just really use that as my playground.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I love that area. Like, I love Collingwood and Wasaga Beach and everything.
Yeah, it's a good spot, eh?
Yeah, it's fun.
Make a lot of good content there.
Well, yeah, and I know 1,000. Like, I know everyone up there.
Do you?
Yeah, well, that's where I grew up.
Yeah, everyone did.
Yeah, so buddies of mine own pizza shops up there, and they own snowboard stores, and so I think I could
do profiles with them, maybe.
Well, that would be the plan, but not now, but in a couple of years. Right now, I'm just going to focus on what's around here.
Yeah, why not? Lots of stuff. There's always stuff. There's always small businesses popping up.
Yeah, actually, you can see my snowboard right
there. There it is. Nice.
That's a 1989 Kemper.
Is it?
Yeah.
So do you snowboard or do you ski more?
I do both.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to be a ski instructor. And then I've always snowboarded. I started snowboarding in 1989.
Before it was cool.
Well, that was just when it started.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I broke my wrist the very first time I went out. When I was skiing, I've been skiing since about 1980. It tells you how old I am.
Oh, a
So,
GoPro on your helmet.
yeah. Yeah, I should get a go. Well, it's funny. Well, that's great too. But I mean, how long would that clip be before you lose interest in it?
I don't know. If you go down a crazy hill, you can do that.
Yeah, maybe.
Double black diamond or something.
But still, once again, it's more fun to watch you, like have the guy at the bottom holding the camera.
Right. Out of the point of view stuff.
And I think I'm a little too old to do crazy skiing videos.
Think so?
Well, I look very old in this picture right now. This light is not very flattering.
Well, never know.
I know. I enjoy skiing. I haven't skied in a couple of years, but I go out as much as I can.
That's good. I don't ski or snowboard, so
really. What do
I'm
you
a summer person. I'm a summer person. Like summer all year for me is fine. So
do you sailboard?
No.
You don't windsurf?
No, beach volleyball.
Oh, that'd be fun.
And patios.
Yeah, patios would be fun too.
Yes.
I don't know. I like to do things. I like to be active.
It's good. You also get like ideas that way too for videos.
Oh, for sure. Like once you get active and you get your ass off the couch and you start moving and you get the blood flowing, then yeah, you get all kinds of ideas.
I agree.
You just got to get out there and try things.
Yeah, which sometimes sometimes that's the hardest part, just to try it, because some people aren't into the whole trying thing, but you gotta do it.
That's the thing. Like if you're not going out and you want to say you want to be a YouTuber and you want to make videos,
yeah,
but you're not doing anything,
yeah, it's not gonna
first step is getting off that couch and getting it there and doing something.
Yeah,
it's like those gaming videos. I cannot stand gaming channels.
They're big though.
Oh well, it's funny. The big ones are big, but then there's a million of guys that have like one sub.
One sub, one video.
Yeah. And it's just Roblox or Minecraft or something, or and it's just them swearing at the game while they play.
Yeah,
I have no patience for those kind of things. I do like Dude Perfect or Yes Theory or stuff, or where they're actually taking the games and making them real life, or Mr. Beast will do it, for example.
Yeah.
But I cannot watch gaming videos at all if I tried.
It's not for me either.
No.
I
tried making a couple, but I'd rather take the console apart and see what makes it tick, as opposed to recording myself playing a game.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, that's personal choices, of course,
Well, yeah, of course you got to do something you like, or else you're not going to do it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just love taking things apart.
Well, it's good. It's a skill. That's a skill, Mike.
Yeah. Swinging a hammer and breaking things, that is a skill.
That is a skill. Not everyone can do it.
No,
Not everyone can do it and explain it at the same time.
Yeah, well, yeah. Though there's some guys that I really, all the how-to videos, that's a whole different breed of channel itself too. Because those guys, they'll get 99% of their viewers aren't subbed to them. So they get huge views. They'll get like 40, 50 million views. No one's going to sub to them. And it's just questions after questions after questions. Because I've made a few how-to videos and they've gotten hundreds of thousands of views.
Yeah.
But, it's like a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Out the door they go once they've watched the video and left.
Yeah.
So you need that, like I said, you need that content that kind of brings someone in and they makes them stay and hang out.
True. I agree with that.
That's
so who's like your favorite person on YouTube right now that you like a lot? Besides me, obviously. But just joking.
Well, I've always liked Casey's videos, obviously. Yeah. And but I do like a lot of car guys. Like I do like Hoovie's Garage, for example. I also find myself watching Camping with Steve a lot. You ever hear of Camping with Steve?
I've heard of him, yeah.
Yeah, so he's got like 1 million subs as well. And he does like this stealth camping where he's like, I'm gonna go hide I'm gonna go camp in this roundabout and just kind of hide behind it, and he'll sleep in the weirdest places.
Like a roundabout on a street?
Yeah, but he'll hide behind, he'll camp behind a bush on a main street.
Oh, really? That's funny.
And he'll get 300,000 views.
Yeah.
Doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's
And it's funny, I
interesting.
made one video. I was just kind of poking around at an intersection over here, and I said something to the effect on the video. I said, if I was camping with Steve, I would pitch my tent right there. And I pointed behind the bush. And before you knew it, that video got like, say, 5,000 or 6,000 views.
Yeah.
And I think it was just because the verbiage of camping with Steve, as I said it inside the video,
Yeah.
I think that the algorithm picked that up and said, okay, well, I'm going to pick this video and push it to all of Camping with Steve's followers.
Yeah.
And it was like, 20-second video, a 30-second video.
Hey, timing is everything.
Well, I think Google, is listening to us.
Well, they probably are right now.
Yeah, that's how they take the video when you upload it, and they're listening for swear words, or they're listening for something that's going to be inflammatory.
Yeah.
And that's kind of determines how they're going to judge your video. Yeah, anyway, I like watching those kind of videos too, like everyday camping or everyday carry, camping, cars, just you find your hobby and you stick to it.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, like lately I've been trying to find off-roading videos for like for my car, because it's like, I'm going to take it off-roading, with the see. So I'd rather see someone else screw it up first before I go and do it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. It's cool how there's all that kind of content on there too, which is awesome.
Oh, there's something for everybody.
So if there's anything, put it in the search bar and you'll find it.
Oh yeah, well, it's YouTube University. What do you like watching?
I like watching a lot of vloggers. There's a vlogger he's American, but he lives in Paris, and he does a good job kind of like documenting his life, but also like documenting the city. It's kind of like Casey, but on like a lower level. But there's some good stuff. I pick up stuff from him. Do you know Bald and Bankrupt?
I've heard the channel. I've never watched a video. Actually, maybe I've watched one or two videos.
Yeah, like so with Bald and Bankrupt and like his buddy also Harold, like these guys are big travel vloggers, but like there's very little editing. It's just basically like POV, kind of like walking around wherever they're walking, and they just talk to people. Like there's no music, there's no transitions. It's just you walking down the street in a foreign country, getting into trouble or whatever the case is. But I find those videos really, really interesting because they're just so real.
There's a guy in Toronto that does that.
Like they're not trying to fluff anything up. Like this is like if you were there with them.
Yeah, there's a guy in Toronto that does that. I think it's called like Toronto Walks or something.
Yeah.
And he'll just go like down Bloor, down Queen Street East.
Yeah, but these guys also have personality too, right? Which helps. But I'm like, you just like filmed like an hour of you, like just and you uploaded it and you have like 5 million views. Like, man, that's cool.
Yeah. Actually, there's this other guy called Peter. It's like 3 P's and then Peter.
Yeah.
You seen him? And he's like this Eastern European version of Casey. And he actually did a video with Casey.
Yeah.
Where he went to New York City and they passed each other in a hall and he set it all up. And I find him hilarious too. Yeah. I can only take him in small doses though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I find him, they're fun to watch, but 15, 20 minutes is about all I can watch.
Yeah.
I can't binge those at all.
Yeah. I find I'm drawn more to like the personality versus like the editing style. Like if you have a good personality and you can kind of like not sell yourself, but just like kind of like be like a presence in front of the camera. Like, yeah, it's good. You sold me. You don't even have to edit the video. Just like just talk.
Do you watch Colin and Samir?
Yep.
Yeah, because they get some interesting people on there too sometimes and discuss it.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, that's what we're saying. Like, you don't need to have a perfectly cinematic, polished video. You can just be real, like kind of like what you're doing with your short form stuff, right? Like, I think that's a big misconception is like, oh, it has to be a cinematic masterpiece. Well, no, not really.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I wish I would have started earlier. And because when I did live in Toronto, like I was, back in the 90s when Toronto was the center of the universe and I was working at Now Magazine.
Yeah.
And you could go to all these cool events. Like you're always getting invited to these cool parties and openings of shows and, book readings and stuff, like, because there's tickets coming to the business and they're handing them out like candy. Yeah. And I really wish I would have had a chance to record that because there's a time I was like having a beer with Kevin Smith, like the director, and I had no idea who the hell he was.
Yeah.
Or I went to this thing with Eric Idle from
Right.
Monty Python, and he like sat on my lap and he's serenading his wife, and I'm like, I wish I had a camera for that.
Yeah.
You know?
Too bad.
Kevin Smith, now it's in your pocket and you can record all this shit. But back then it wasn't, and life was a lot more interesting, it seemed.
That would have been cool to get Kevin Smith on.
Yeah, well, I had no idea who he was. Yeah. I sat down beside him and we were shooting the shit and having a beer.
Yeah.
And he was doing the promo tour for was it Chasing Amy? Was that the video in the movie at the time, I think? Yeah, I had no idea until after he left. And the bartender what do you think of him? I'm like, who was it?
What? You don't know who that was?
Yeah, not a clue. But yeah,
too bad. What are you gonna do, right?
Yeah, you can't go back in time and change it.
Go back in time.
Oh well.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's still fun to do though.
Yeah, of course it is.
So the point of the story is, you know what? Just get off your ass and record stuff. Put it up. You got nothing to lose, and you never know. You might get 1 million views on something.
Yeah, I always find like the videos that I least care about always do better because you just don't really care about it. It's like, yeah, just put it up and then walk away.
Oh yeah,
that's the way you got to be. Just like don't have any like expectations. Just like put it up, walk away. Don't even check stats. Just walk away and then like on and then on to the next one.
Yeah, well, that's my problem now. Is like when I wake up in the morning, and one of the first things you do, like at Twitter, look at the news, then all of a sudden you go to YouTube Studio, and you see how did the video do the night before? How many views did he get overnight, or how many subs did he get overnight?
Yeah.
And I need to stop doing that. I need to stop.
I check my stats like maybe once a month.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't check because I don't know. Because it doesn't really like whether I get 1 million views or 0, I'm still gonna make the video. Like it doesn't really, it doesn't really have any importance to me because it's not gonna make me not do it. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter what the number is for me. If that makes any sense. It could be 1 million, it could be 0, but I'm still gonna do the video tomorrow.
Yeah. See, for me, I like the comments. Like, 'cause I try and reply to every single comment.
Of course, yeah.
And then you'll get some people that will give you an idea.
Yeah.
For a video in the comments. So some guy today, like I did this video of a computer the other day, and he's like, "Oh, I wonder how the keyboard sounds." So I just took the keyboard, took the question, put it in the video, made a reply with the video, tested the keyboard.
Yeah. But that's the beauty of your niche, is that you're gonna get questions like that or comments like that where it's such a not complicated, but such a involved niche where you're gonna get stuff like that.
Yeah, it's kind of, and like I said, well, when you do find a community that enjoys watching your videos, you really got to nurture them and stay with them and take care of them. I mean, it's like planting a seed in a garden if you want to watch it grow.
Yeah, I like that. I like that analogy.
Yeah, like today, like this one person follows me, and I bumped into them at the grocery store. Just randomly. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. It's like she asked me a few questions and all that, and I couldn't remember her name at the start of it. Like she knew my name, but anyway, it was just a random bumping into someone that I talked to.
Yeah, in real life.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. I like that. That's interesting. Like a subscriber in real life. That's so cool.
Yeah. Well, like I said, that's how I met Brian, right, in real life.
Yeah, exactly. Cool.
Yeah. I think Brampton. Well, I think the whole GTA. There's so many interesting people, like I said, making content.
Yeah.
And I'm just curious to see what all of them are doing. And actually, it's funny. We're at this thing here in Brampton with our kids, and I met some other kid mentioned that his dad had a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
At the time, I might have had 2,000 or 3,000 subs.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, how many subs does your dad have? And he's like, oh, like 10,000. I'm like, no shit. What does he do? And he's like, he reviews candy.
Nice.
And his whole thing is he'll like order candy in from the UK or from the States, whatever, and he does like an unwrapping, and then he'll review this candy.
Nice.
And that's his channel. It doesn't show his face. He hardly talks at all.
Really? Just shows the candy.
Right. That's it. Yeah. Like opening it and cracking the candy open, looking at what's inside it. Maybe he'll list the ingredients,
Oh my God.
And, like 10,000 subs. And this was like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So who knows how many he has now?
That's crazy, man. Just goes to show you never know.
People find their niches and they just make it happen.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Well, I guess that's a good way to end up because we're up against the hour, so don't want to take up too much of your time, Mike. So, any final thoughts for the audience? Peace.
Get off your ass. Go do
Get
something.
off your ass. As for Mike, the future mayor of Sega's right here, so you better
Yeah.
listen to this guy.
Yeah, that's all I have to say. Get off your ass and go do something. So right now I'm going to go take a little stroll around the block and see how it goes. But Paul, it's always nice talking to you, man. I can't wait to do another meetup.
We got to do a meetup. We got to make this YouTube short collaboration distillery district thing happen.
And then we'll find some sponsors and we'll organize a big GTA centric creator conference. Brittlestar was supposed to do one just before the pandemic hit. And then he went online with it. So I don't know. I can talk to him and see if he'll do it again.
Big things are happening, which I like.
Well, Canadian content creators, man, the big CCC. It's we got a lot going for us. So
yeah, it's true. Eh?
Yeah. Anyway, dude, thanks for your time.
Well, make sure you check out Mike everywhere on YouTube. The links are in the description. TikTok, Instagram, the internet.
The internet.
Everywhere where you can post a video, even Vimeo, Vine, who knows?
Oh, wouldn't Vine be awesome too?
Yeah. Who knows? It might come back.
We'll see. All right, dude, I'm going to hit this leave studio button and we shall chat again.
Everyone, thanks again. And we'll see you next week for another special guest. Get off your ass. That's per Mike.
All right, Paul. Thanks.
Bye.
See ya.